One of the most disturbing problems in our world today is human trafficking.
So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first.
Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
What do you make of all the fake news that it affects?
If you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read it, you're misinformed.
Among all the controversies and scandals that constantly hog the headlines,
Denzel Washington, man, always has some of the greatest quotes, doesn't he? Always has some of the greatest quotes. Denzel Washington, for those that didn't know, is my personal favorite actor. I think Denzel Washington is incredible. But also, shout out to Spill Today for this clip that we're diving into. Spill Today. All right, let's continue on.
there's this one movie that's spilling the beans on a dark and sinister secret: illegal human trade. Sound of Freedom is literally showing us the bad and the ugly side of Hollywood. And here's the worst part. The industry seems to be giving it the cold shoulder, like they don't want it to succeed. But guess who's not having any of that nonsense this time? None other than the one and only Denzel Washington. Yep, you heard it right. This popular celebrity is putting his foot down and taking a stand against the industry's shady tactics. So what exactly did Denzel say?
So what a responsibility you all have to tell the truth, not just to be first.
The seasoned actor, known for his outstanding performances and down-to-earth demeanor, had some choice words to share about the current state of Tinseltown. In a recent interview with The Hollywood Reporter, he pulled no punches, calling out Hollywood's elite for their arrogance and lack of connection with everyday people.
It's like people say, oh, the difficulty of making a movie. I'm like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult. It's just a movie. It's like, relax.
Washington didn't shy away from addressing the declining ratings of big Hollywood award shows, attributing it to their overemphasis on pushing identity politics in the faces of viewers. He claimed that the public has grown weary of the so-called woke Hollywood elites who seem to believe they are above everyone else. They stand on stage, patting themselves on the back, and lecture the masses on how to live their lives, all while living in their lavish multi-million-dollar mansions. But it seems that not all celebrities have lost touch with reality. Denzel Washington, a man who has clearly retained his grounded perspective, voiced his disdain for this behavior among his colleagues in the entertainment industry. He recognized that when Hollywood figures present a more humble and realistic view of their own privilege, they earn the respect and admiration of the public. Denzel Washington's no-nonsense attitude didn't stop there. He questioned the notion that making movies is an incredibly difficult task, comparing it to being a garbage man or sending someone's child off to war.
I like being a garbage man better. But they weren't bad jobs. It's like people say, oh, the difficulty of making a movie. I'm like, send your son to Iraq. That's difficult.
He scoffed at the idea that actors should think they are doing something special just by making a movie. Denzel's message was clear. Let's not get carried away with self-importance. Making movies is a luxury and a gift, not a heroic endeavor. Interestingly, Denzel Washington seemed to have found an ally in none other than Mel Gibson, a Hollywood figure who's actually promoting the Sound of Freedom movie.
Now, the first step in eradicating this crime is awareness. Go see Sound of Freedom.
So Gibson, who was sitting alongside Washington in the interview, was seen nodding in agreement with the veteran actor's candid remarks. Anyway, apart from agreeing with Mel about Hollywood, Denzel Washington has not only been a powerful presence in the entertainment industry, but has also played a crucial role in exposing the devious ways of the elite through his own genuine actions. The elites often try to present themselves as altruistic philanthropists, using their wealth and influence to portray an image of goodwill and benevolence. However, behind their carefully crafted facades, many of them are involved in heinous misdoings or simply enable such behaviors to persist. In stark contrast to Oprah's
Bingo.
pompous display of elitism disguised as philanthropy, there's Denzel Washington, a true advocate for helping children. He's been actively involved with organizations like the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, Save Africa's Children, and the Nelson Mandela Children's Fund. Unlike Oprah's flashy endeavors, Denzel's commitment to making a difference is evident in his genuine actions and dedication. Aside from this, Denzel also exposed the underbelly of the movie industry, where powerful Hollywood elites try to manipulate and force actors into portraying characters that don't align with their values. In a tell-all interview that sent shockwaves through Tinseltown, Denzel Washington pulled back the curtain on the dark and often bizarre side of the movie industry. The legendary actor, known for his powerful performances, opened up about the peculiar roles he was once forced into, revealing the manipulative tactics employed by Hollywood elites. In the interview, Denzel reminisced about his early days in the industry, recounting a bizarre movie role he was offered in 1986.
I got a part in a movie in 1986. I called it The Nigga They Couldn't Kill.
The film depicted a disturbing storyline in which his character, a black man, was accused of essaying a white woman. As if that wasn't unsettling enough, the plot involved several attempts to electrocute and hang his character, all while trying to paint him as some sort of twisted hero. But what shocked Denzel even more was the nonchalant attitude of some Hollywood insiders during the audition process.
I said, right, that ain't funny. So to me, it wasn't funny.
In the end, Denzel turned down the lucrative offer for the controversial role, a decision that paid off when he received an Oscar nomination for his next project, Cry Freedom. It was a testament to his integrity and the courage to stand up against the weird and distasteful roles pushed upon actors by the Hollywood elite.
You know, and I've heard some stories about how they rope you into things, right? And one of the ways is they basically tell you, and this sort of thing allegedly happened to Monique, right? They ostracize you from the industry. So now the once career you had is basically down to nothing, because nobody works with you, because everybody's in cahoots with one another. Everybody's in a group. Once you're in the group, you're in, but once you're out, you're completely out, right? Or I've heard stories of, you know, and I'm sure some of you have probably heard these stories where they get you to go to some party, and these parties have certain areas and rooms where certain things are happening. And allegedly, all of this is alleged, okay? So don't hit me with no misinformation. This is alleged. This could all be fake, all right? This could all just be for, story and entertainment purposes, okay? None of this is facts. I'll just say that to be on the safe side, all right? None of this is facts, all right? Allegedly, they get you to do something that you otherwise wouldn't have done or shouldn't have done, and they get you on camera doing it, and they dangle that over you. Just saying, allegedly. I mean, it's all fake. It's all fake, you know. But y'all let me know what you think in the comment section, okay? Y'all let me know what y'all think, okay? Please.
Denzel's revelation offers a glimpse into the often hidden world of Hollywood, where questionable decisions are made, and actors are sometimes forced to compromise their principles for fame and fortune. It raises serious questions about the responsibility of those in power within the industry and whether they are truly considering the impact of the roles they offer to actors. In any case, Denzel Washington's recent revelations and the chilling film Sound of Freedom are just scratching the surface of the rot that permeates the industry. But trust me, there's so much more lurking behind those velvet curtains, and if the truth ever sees the light of day, it'll send shockwaves through the entire world, leaving everyone stunned to their core. Meanwhile, one devoted fan couldn't help but share their thoughts, suggesting that the film's rejection by certain platforms is a clear indicator that it must be hitting uncomfortably close to the truth. The fact that the film was rejected by these platforms reveals that the film and Mel Gibson is absolutely right. By now, we all know who hates the truth. Another fan chimed in, fueling the fire even more and insinuating that some of the least likely individuals might be involved in massive criminal activities. We all know that those that look the least likely to be a criminal of massive portions are the worst. The more money they have, the easier it is to cover what they do. Just look at every psycho in history. They were all kind, upstanding model citizens. Anyway, as more brave souls come forward to expose the shady dealings of these Hollywood elites, we can only hope that karma will catch up to them and they'll finally face the consequences of their misdeeds. The clock is ticking and the walls that have protected these power players are starting to crumble.
The walls are closing in. And, money is involved in a lot of this because of the Epstein list. Had that been regular folks like you and I, right? A big operation where a bunch of people were involved, just regular folks like you and I, it would be front page news. All over the news. We would know every single name. We would see every single face. Every single last one of them would be on the news. But because it involved people with a lot of money, we know nothing. We don't know who these individuals are. And we're supposed to sit here and believe that him and his, was it his wife? The chick that's in jail, in prison now? Or girlfriend? We are supposed to believe that they were trafficking these, I'm trying to keep it PG, that they were doing these heinous things with no one. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Nobody. And it's also funny that, well, yeah, I guess a lot of it is funny and crazy and strange. And we're supposed to believe that there's not two tiers of justice. You know, leftist news would like us to believe there aren't two tiers of justice. We heard them talking about that with Hunter Biden. Oh, there are two tiers of justice like the MAGA Republicans say. The MAGA Republicans say that there's two tiers of justice. There's only one tier of justice. Prove it. Where's the list then? I can prove it. Where's the list? Why aren't these individuals being exposed or in prison or under the jail or given the death penalty for all I care? As a matter of fact, I say give them the death penalty. Why don't we know? Oh, because there really is two tiers of justice. Those that have and those that don't. It's just that simple. Just that simple. You know, and part of me wants to become like really, really rich, really, really famous, so that I can weasel my way into some of these, you know, elite groups and see what's actually happening, expose what's going on. But I'm sure it's virtually impossible, which is why it's taken so long for it to happen. Like people, I'm sure they check for wires or cameras or hidden cameras or anything like that, or they make you drink something. You know what I mean? Like there has to be something weird going on that has been preventing everybody basically from saying anything. They have to offer you some ungodly amount of money or something. You know, I don't know, something. But I want to figure it out because now I'm really, really curious watching these and checking out these types of videos. I'm really, really curious. What is actually happening? What is going on? Why are there so few people that are willing to say what's actually happening? Like, is it virtually impossible to expose these folks because they check you for cameras and wires and microphones and everything? Do they make you strip naked? Do they force you to do things that you shouldn't do or kick you out? What is happening? Do they make you drink some type of potion that, you know, puts you in la la land a little bit so you don't know exactly what's happening? Like, what is going on? Or are there just some really, really, really powerful individuals, maybe even some aliens, I don't know, that are inside these rooms and will just snap their fingers? And I don't know at this point. I really don't know, but I'm really curious. And I really do want to find out the actual truth about what's actually going on. Man, because you hear so many stories, but you can't really confirm it. There's never been any really videos of any of the stuff, right? Not of the Epstein kind of stuff. Not of that kind of stuff, but just of the other things that people are talking about, you know, that you hear stories about, right? Just these rooms in general, these parties, who's at these parties, you know, makes you wonder what's actually happening. But of course, like I said, Denzel Washington is my favorite actor. I was going to say actress. Whoa. Actor. I mean, who knows these days? Maybe he is an actor. No, all seriousness. My favorite actor. So when he speaks, you know, I pay attention and I listen. That's for sure. But as always, y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.